You're rummaging through an old drawer and stumble upon a dusty jar of pennies. Could one of those coins be worth up to $5 million? Yes, you heard that right, $5 million. What if I told you that a single 1964 Lincoln penny without a mint mark might hold the key to transforming your life forever? Sounds crazy, right? But stay with me because this is a story you don't want to miss. Most people don't even realize they're sitting on a fortune. These coins can be easily overlooked, mistaken for pocket change, and spent on a cup of coffee. Don't make that mistake. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly why the 1964 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is so valuable, how to identify it, and how to cash in on its jaw-dropping worth. So grab your coffee, or better yet, that jar of pennies, and let's dive in. First, let's set the stage. The 1964 Lincoln penny, also known as a wheat penny, was minted in massive quantities. But here's the twist: the absence of a mint mark indicates that it was produced in Philadelphia. While most of these pennies are worth only face value, a rare few have an extraordinary story to tell. Why is this coin so valuable? It all comes down to errors and anomalies. Some 1964 pennies were struck on the wrong planchets, the metal discs used to create coins. Others have doubling errors, where certain details on the coin appear twice. These mistakes make collectors and investors go wild, driving the value of these pennies into the stratosphere. Think about it, a tiny flaw could mean a life-changing payday, but here's where it gets even more exciting. One of these rare coins sold at auction for an astonishing $5 million. That's not just a number, that's a dream home, early retirement, or a complete lifestyle overhaul. Imagine handing a coin to an appraiser and watching their eyes light up as they tell you, you've struck gold. Now, let me ask you, when was the last time you checked your spare change? Maybe it's time to take a closer look, and no, using a magnifying glass like Sherlock Holmes isn't required, but it does help. Before we move on, here's a cliffhanger for you. The most valuable 1964 penny ever found didn't even look special at first glance. So what set it apart? Stick around, because we're about to uncover the secret. Here's the moment of truth. To determine if your 1964 penny is worth millions, there are a few key things to look for. First, inspect the coin's surface for doubling errors, especially on the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." Next, check the coin's weight. Rare errors often result in pennies that weigh slightly more or less than the standard 3.11 grams. Pay attention to the luster and patina. Even though these coins are decades old, some rare specimens retain a unique shine that sets them apart. If you're unsure, consult a reputable coin grading service. And don't forget, the absence of a mint mark is key. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. How do you sell a coin like this? Auctions, online platforms, and specialized coin dealers are your best bet. But here's a word of caution: avoid lowball offers. Remember, knowledge is power. If you know your coin's true value, you're in control. As we wrap up, let me leave you with this thought: that humble penny in your pocket could be the ticket to a brand new chapter in your life. But you'll never know unless you take a closer look. So tonight, when the house is quiet and you have a moment to yourself, why not sift through your coins? The clock is ticking, and who knows? The next $5 million treasure could be hiding in plain sight. What if I told you that sitting in your pocket change right now could be a penny worth up to $4.2 million? That's right, a single 1992 D-mint mark Lincoln penny could change your life forever. This isn't a dream or some fantasy, it's real, and today, we're diving deep into the secrets of one of the rarest and most valuable coins in American history. But here's the thing: millions of people overlook this treasure every day. What if you've been passing it up too? Stick with me until the end, because we'll reveal exactly how to spot this coin, its current market value, and why time might be running out for you to cash in. Imagine this: it's 1992, and the US Mint produces billions of pennies. Among them, a small error occurs. This mistake, invisible to most, turns a humble 1-cent coin into a millionaire's ticket. What's the error? A difference in the design of the coin's reverse. The words America on the back are spaced differently, a wide AM instead of a close AM. To the naked eye, it's almost imperceptible. To collectors, it's pure gold. Here's a fun question. When was the last time you stared at a penny like it was a work of art? Probably never, right? But you'll want to start now because the wide AM variety of the 1992 D penny is one of the rarest errors in US mint history. Less than a handful are known to exist, and they've been selling for jaw-dropping prices at auction. Hold that thought because we're about to reveal how much these coins have sold for in the past and why the value keeps climbing. Here's where it gets exciting. In 2022, one of these rare pennies sold for over $25,000. Fast forward to today, and experts believe its value could soar to $4.2 million, depending on its condition. Why? Because collectors are desperate to complete their collections, and this coin is the missing piece. Take a moment to think about it, a penny worth more than your house. Feels surreal, doesn't it? But the reality is, people have found coins just like this in their change jars, their car's cup holder, even tucked away in forgotten piggy banks. So, don't throw away that spare change just yet. Here's how you can tell if you've struck gold. Flip your 1992 D penny to the reverse side and look at the word America. Is there a noticeable gap between the letters A and M? Congratulations, you might have the legendary wide AM. But hold on, before you rush to cash it in, there are a few more critical steps you need to follow. Finding the coin is only the beginning. Its condition can dramatically affect its value. Scratches, discoloration, or wear can decrease its worth, while a pristine coin can command top dollar. You'll need to have it authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC to confirm its rarity and grade. But here's the kicker, timing is everything. The market for rare coins is hot right now, but trends can change. If you wait too long, you could miss out on this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Think of it like this: would you rather be the person who cashes in on a winning lottery ticket or the one who keeps it as a souvenir? And here's a humorous thought to keep you grounded. Imagine explaining to your future grandkids that you once had a penny worth millions but decided to keep it as a family heirloom. Let's not let that happen. Here's your action plan. Start by checking your coins today. If you find a 1992 D penny, get it verified immediately. Then, reach out to reputable auction houses or rare coin dealers to explore your options. Remember, this coin's value could be life-changing, but only if you act fast. Now, before we wrap up, here's a cliffhanger for you. Did you know there are other error coins just as valuable as the 1992 D wide AM penny? Some might even be worth more. In our next video, we'll uncover a coin that's hiding in plain sight, one that could be sitting in your collection right now. Don't miss it. Are you sitting on a gold mine without even knowing it? Today, we're going to talk about a penny. Not just any penny, but one that could make you a millionaire. Imagine this: you're looking through a jar of old coins, maybe even rummaging through your grandma's collection or an old piggy bank, when suddenly, bam, you find a 1994 Lincoln penny, with no mint mark. No mint mark? That means this coin could be worth up to $4 million. Is this real? Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to tell if that penny you have is worth millions, and how to sell it for a fortune. Alright, let's start by understanding why the 1994 Lincoln penny is so special. In 1994, the US Mint produced millions of pennies, but here's the catch: some of them were struck without a mint mark. Most coins have a mint mark that shows where they were produced, either in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. But what happens when there's no mint mark? You see, pennies from that year are normally marked with a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. But a rare few, the ones without any mint mark at all, have an incredible story. There's no concrete explanation as to why they were made without mint marks. Was it an accident? Or a hidden treasure in plain sight? Whatever the reason, this small oversight has caused these coins to skyrocket in value. So, could this coin in your hand be one of those rare ones? let's find out. Now, you might be asking yourself, okay, what's the big deal? How can a penny be worth a fortune? Let's dive into the numbers because, believe it or not, this penny could be worth up to $4 million. But before you start jumping for joy, here's where it gets a little tricky. Not every 1994 penny without a mint mark will make you rich. In fact, only a few have made headlines for their astronomical sales. We're talking about pennies that were found in mint condition sets, those that have been graded by professional numismatists, and most importantly, ones that have a very specific and rare characteristic. If you find one of these, you could be holding the ticket to your dream life. I know it sounds unbelievable. You're probably thinking, a penny? $1 million? That's gotta be some sort of scam. But stick with me. I'll explain why this could be your chance to cash in. Alright, so how do you know if your 1994 penny is actually one of the rare ones? You need to check a few things. First, you want to make sure the coin is in good condition. If it's worn out and dirty, it's probably not worth much. You also need to look for specific signs that indicate it wasn't just a regular coin minted at the Denver or San Francisco mints. Let's talk about the key identifying marks. Condition. A well-preserved coin will be more valuable. Coins that have been kept in pristine condition, unscuffed, undamaged, are the ones that can fetch the highest prices. Edge check, a crucial step. Flip the coin over and inspect the edge. If it looks rough or unusual, it could indicate it's part of the rare 1994 series certification. Don't just assume. If you think you have a rare penny, send it to a professional coin grading service. They'll authenticate it and tell you if you have a jackpot or just another old coin. Now, what if you don't have one? Well, keep your eyes peeled because pennies from this era are still out there, just waiting to be discovered. There's a real rush of collectors looking for that perfect, undisturbed coin. But if you've got one, what do you do next? Stick around, because the next part is critical. You'll need to know how to sell this coin properly to get top dollar. And trust me, you'll want to sell it right. You wouldn't just toss a winning lottery ticket in the trash, would you? So, you've confirmed that your 1994 Lincoln penny has no mint mark and it's in perfect condition. What now? Well, it's time to sell, but here's where most people get it wrong. They try to sell it to the wrong buyers. You can't just walk into any coin shop or post it on eBay and expect to make millions. No, you need to know the right channels. Selling to a professional numismatist, a specialized auction house, or even a high-end dealer who understands the rarity and value of these coins is your best bet. And here's the kicker, if you don't get it professionally appraised first, you might get lowballed. You wouldn't sell a rare sports card to a guy who thinks a Mickey Mantle card is worth $20, right? Same thing here. You're not going to let some random coin collector get a $4 million deal on your dime. So here's the million-dollar question, is that penny you have worth $4 million? It's possible. It's rare. But it's real. If you're lucky enough to own one of these elusive 1994 no-mint mark pennies, your financial future could change overnight. But don't wait too long to act. The longer you sit on this coin without getting it properly authenticated and sold, the greater the chance that someone else could grab it from right under your nose. Could this be your ticket to financial freedom? If you think you found a rare penny, don't let it slip through your fingers. Get it authenticated, sell it the right way, and you could be on your way to the lifestyle of your dreams. Be sure to subscribe to Pawn Stars Coins for more valuable tips on coins worth millions. And remember, you never know what treasure you're holding until you take a closer look. Imagine holding a single penny in your hand that could make you a millionaire. Sounds too good to be true. Well, today, I'm going to show you why this seemingly ordinary 2001 Lincoln penny, without a mint mark, could be worth up to a staggering $3.1 million. Yes, you heard that right. Don't blink, because by the end of this video, you might just find the coin that could change your financial future forever. But here's the kicker, most people don't even know this penny exists, and they're letting it slip right through their fingers. If you're one of those people, you need to pay close attention. I'm about to share with you the exact details of how you can spot this rare coin and make a fortune. Let's break it down. The 2001 Lincoln penny, an ordinary coin that most of us toss into our spare change jars without a second thought. But what if I told you that some of these pennies are missing a crucial detail, the mint mark? And those missing mint marks are what make them one of the rarest and most valuable pennies in the world today. Every penny produced by the U.S. Mint has a small mint mark to indicate where it was made. Philadelphia coins don't have one, but most people don't realize that a few 2001 pennies were produced without a mint mark, making them extraordinarily rare. In fact, in 2001, the U.S. Mint produced a batch of pennies from Philadelphia that were never stamped with the usual P mint mark. These coins are often confused with other pennies, but the ones missing this mint mark are worth far more than you could imagine. Now, here's where things get really interesting. The value of a 2001 no mint mark Lincoln penny isn't just a few bucks. We're talking about a coin that's worth hundreds, sometimes even thousands, of dollars. But the big game changer? A rare 2001 penny could fetch an eye-watering $3.1 million at auction, depending on its condition. Don't believe me? Stick around, because I'm about to show you how you can spot these hidden treasures and cash in. Now, before you get too excited, let's talk about the reality of finding this elusive coin. The 2001 no mint mark penny is rare, but it's not the only factor that determines its value. You've got to know what to look for and how to grade it properly. Because if you find one, and it's in poor condition, you might be looking at a coin worth only a few dollars, rather than the millions we're talking about. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state, and the better condition your penny is in, the more it's worth. A high-quality, well-preserved 2001 no mint mark penny could be worth up to $3.1 million, but one that's been worn down from years of circulation? You might get a few $100s. Still impressive, but it's not the same as hitting the jackpot. Okay, maybe not a coffee, but you get the point. But if you find a high-grade 2001 no mint mark penny, you're in for an exciting ride. Here's where it gets even crazier. The value of these pennies isn't just determined by their condition. If you manage to find one of the rarest 2001 no mint mark pennies, a gem that could be the key to your fortune, you need to know how to sell it. A lot of people make the mistake of trying to sell their coins without proper research, and that's a huge mistake. You need to find the right buyers, the right market, and get it graded by a professional. Because let's face it, the difference between selling your coin for $200 and selling it for $3.1 million could be in the smallest of details. And knowing exactly what you have could make all the difference. So, let's talk about how you can sell this penny for its maximum value. First, get your penny graded. Take it to a reputable coin dealer or professional grading service. They'll evaluate its condition, authenticate it, and assign it a grade. This step is critical, because a penny with no mint mark in poor condition isn't going to bring in the big bucks. But with a professional grade, your coin could attract high-level buyers who know its worth. And once your coin is graded, you'll want to get it listed at the right auction house. Big-name auction houses like Heritage Auctions have seen these 2001 no mint mark pennies sell for millions of dollars. But here's the thing, you don't want to wait too long. The market for rare coins can change, and the demand for these specific pennies won't last forever. So, if you've got one of these pennies, now is the time to act. Get it graded. Get it sold. And don't let this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity pass you by. Just imagine, what could you do with a few $1 million? Pay off your debt. Buy that dream home. Retire early. The possibilities are endless, and it all starts with finding the right coin. So, if you have a 2001 Lincoln penny sitting in your change jar, don't just toss it aside. Take a closer look. You might just be holding the key to your financial freedom. Now, before you rush to check your pennies, there's one more thing you need to know about these rare coins. Something that could make a massive difference in how much your penny is worth. But that's a story for another time. Stay tuned, and in the next video, I'll share with you the secret detail that could make or break your coin's value. Are you sitting on a goldmine without even realizing it? Right now, in your coin jar or safe, there could be a single penny worth millions. Yes, you heard that right, millions. Stay with me, because today, we're going to uncover the hidden value of a 2006 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny, one of the rarest coins in circulation, with a price tag up to a jaw-dropping $2.7 million. Stick around to discover if you have this elusive treasure and how it could change your financial future forever. You may have come across a 2006 Lincoln penny and thought, this is just another penny, right? But what if I told you that this tiny coin could be worth more than your car, your house, or even your entire retirement fund? Sounds crazy, right? Here's the thing, most 2006 pennies have a mint mark on them. They were produced in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. But there's a rare and almost mythical version of this penny, the 2006 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny. This coin was struck in Philadelphia without the usual mint mark, and when you find one, you found something extremely rare. Now, you might be asking yourself, is it really worth that much? Well, before you dismiss it, let me tell you about one specific coin, a 2006 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny that sold at auction for an incredible $2.70 million. Hold on, did you hear that right? $2.7 million. Who knew a penny could change your life forever? But here's the catch, it's not every 2006 penny that will make you rich. You need to know exactly what to look for. So, how can you tell if your penny is the one worth a fortune? Well, let's keep going. Okay, now let's get to the crucial part. How can you find out if you have a 2006 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny that could be worth millions? The key to this coin's value lies in the rarity and the error in the minting process. But you need to know how to identify it. Let me break it down for you. First, look closely at the obverse side of the penny, where Abraham Lincoln's image is. If there's no mint mark, a small d or s on the right side beneath the date, that's the first clue. Second, check the condition of the penny. The closer it is to mint condition, meaning it's free from scratches, discoloration, or wear, the higher its value. Some of these pennies in pristine condition have sold for hundreds of thousands or even millions, but here's the kicker, most people don't even realize they have a coin that could make them rich. It's the kind of discovery that can feel like finding a needle in a haystack. But that's why you're here, right? You want to make sure you don't miss out on a life-changing opportunity. Now, I know what you're probably thinking, how do I even get that lucky? I can barely find my car keys, let alone $1 million coin. Well, trust me, you don't have to be a treasure hunter to get this right. Just keep your eyes peeled, and we'll show you exactly how to spot the valuable ones. So, let's talk about what to do next. If you found a 2006 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny, you need to act quickly. The coin market is hot, and these rare pennies don't stay hidden for long. People like you could be sitting on an absolute fortune. Don't just throw it in your coin jar or leave it in a drawer. Start by getting it professionally appraised by a reputable coin dealer. They can help you confirm its authenticity and assess its value. You'll want to make sure you get the best price possible. Get it graded by a professional grading service. Coins in mint condition, especially without a mint mark, are worth substantially more than those that are worn out. The higher the grade, the more you can potentially sell it for. Put it up for auction. Whether you choose an online auction platform like eBay or a traditional auction house, having professionals handle the sale can ensure you get top dollar for your coin. If you're lucky enough to have a high-grade 2006 no-mint mark penny, don't hesitate, millions of dollars are on the table. Remember, time is of the essence. The longer you wait, the more you risk someone else finding a coin just like yours and cashing in. The market is competitive, and rare coins can go in and out of demand quickly. The best time to act is now, but here's the twist. Not all 2006 no-mint mark pennies are created equal. Some rare variations are worth even more than $2.7 million. You'll want to stick around because, in the next video, I'm going to reveal the exact features that separate a good penny from an incredible one. You won't want to miss it. So, are you ready to turn your pennies into a fortune? Start searching those coin jars and looking through your loose change, you might just have the next $1 million find in your hands. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss the next big discovery. Your future wealth could be just one penny away. Imagine for a moment you're holding a small, copper-colored coin in your hand. It's a penny. Now, imagine that very penny being worth not 1, not 10, but up to $3 million. Yes, you heard that right. The 1960 mint Mark Lincoln penny is one of the most valuable treasures hiding in plain sight. Could you be unknowingly sitting on a fortune? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and how to turn pocket change into life-changing wealth. Let's dive into the fascinating story of this unassuming penny. But before we get into the details, a quick question. When was the last time you checked your spare change? If it's been a while, you might want to grab your coin jar after this video. Our journey begins in 1960 at the Denver Mint, where millions of Lincoln pennies were struck. But not all pennies are created equal. Some of these coins bear unique characteristics, making them immensely valuable today. What makes the 1960 Lincoln penny so special? One word: errors. During the minting process, a few coins were struck with a rare and distinctive D/D mint mark, where the letter D for Denver appears doubled. This wasn't just a minor mistake, it was a once-in-a-generation anomaly that collectors go absolutely wild for. Now, here's where the excitement begins. Imagine being one of the lucky few to stumble upon one of these rare coins. Your life could change overnight. But how do you identify these rare treasures? Stay tuned, because I'll reveal the exact signs to look for in just a moment. The standard 1960 Lincoln penny in circulated condition might only be worth a few cents more than face value. But one with the rare D/D error. That's where things get interesting. These coins have fetched thousands, tens of thousands, and yes, even millions of dollars at auctions. For example, a pristine, mint-condition 1960 penny with this error recently sold for over $3 million. That's the kind of value that can pay off a mortgage, fund a dream retirement, or even buy you a beachfront home. And here's the kicker: these coins could be hiding in your collection right now. Doesn't that make you want to check every penny you've ever handled? But what creates this jaw-dropping value? It's a combination of rarity, condition, and demand. Coin collectors and numismatists around the world are constantly hunting for these gems, and they're willing to pay a premium to add one to their collection. Before I tell you how to cash in on this opportunity, let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to stumble upon incredible wealth while others never do? Often, it's not luck, it's knowledge. And you're gaining that knowledge right now. Stay with me, because we're about to uncover the final piece of this puzzle. Now that you know the potential value of the 1960 Lincoln penny, let's talk about what to do if you think you have one. First, grab a magnifying glass and inspect the mint mark closely. Look for a distinct doubling of the D on the coin. If you're unsure, consider consulting a professional coin grader or appraiser. A verified error coin in excellent condition is the key to unlocking its maximum value. Once authenticated, you have options. You can sell your coin at a reputable auction house, where collectors will bid for it. Or, you can approach coin dealers and negotiate a private sale. Either way, you're in control of turning a humble penny into a windfall. But here's the twist: time is of the essence. Rare coins are only becoming more desirable as collectors grow more competitive. If you wait too long, you could miss out on the peak value of these treasures. Don't let that happen. Before we wrap up, let me leave you with one final thought. Picture yourself a year from now, debt-free, traveling the world, or enjoying a new lifestyle, all because you took action on a simple piece of information. Isn't that worth the effort of checking your spare change? So, what are you waiting for? Go grab that jar of coins, inspect every penny, and who knows? You might just be holding your ticket to a wealthy lifestyle. And when you do find it, remember, that penny isn't just a coin, it's a story, a legacy, and a life-changing opportunity. We're diving into a story that could change your life, a story of hidden treasure, of overlooked wealth that could be sitting in your pocket or coin jar right now. Imagine owning a coin so rare, so valuable, it could fetch up to $2.8 million at auction. Yes, I'm talking about the 1976 D. Lincoln penny. This isn't just a piece of copper, it's a ticket to a life of freedom and luxury. But before you start rummaging through your drawers, let me tell you why this coin is worth more than its weight in gold. When was the last time you actually looked at your pennies? Seriously. Most people treat them like pocket lint. But ignoring this simple coin could cost you millions. Think about that for a moment, millions of dollars, gone, because you didn't bother to look. Scary, isn't it? To understand why this specific penny is so valuable, we need to go back to 1976. It was a year of celebration for America, the bicentennial. While everyone was focused on quarters and half dollars minted to commemorate the event, the humble penny quietly carried on. But among the millions of pennies minted at the Denver Mint, a rare error occurred. A small, almost imperceptible mistake that turned this ordinary coin into a masterpiece. Here's the catch: not all 1976 D pennies are worth a fortune. In fact, most are worth exactly 1 cent. The key lies in the details. Is your penny made of the wrong material? Does it have a double die error? What's the condition? Each of these factors can skyrocket its value, and just to keep things interesting, here's a question for you: what would you do if you suddenly had $2.8 million? Buy a house? Travel the world? Or maybe, just maybe, quit your job and start living life on your terms? Hold that thought, because by the end of this video, you might have the means to make it happen. The most valuable 1976 D pennies are those struck on a bronze planchet but with an unusual error, a double die, or perhaps a misaligned strike. These errors are rare, but they're not impossible to find. And here's the exciting part: most people don't even know they exist. That means the competition to find one is low, but the payoff is enormous. Pause for a second and think about this. Someone once found a rare penny in their grandfather's coin collection. They almost threw it away but decided to get it checked out instead. That coin. It sold for over $1 million. Imagine being that person. Imagine the regret you'd feel if you tossed away your chance at that kind of fortune. So, how do you know if your 1976 D penny is the jackpot? Step 1. Examine the mint mark. The D should be crisp and clear. Step 2. Look for signs of errors, like doubling on the date or letters. Step 3. Consider getting your coin professionally graded. Yes, it costs money, but isn't it worth it to potentially gain millions? And here's a pattern interrupt for you: what if your dog's chew toy or your kid's piggy bank is hiding a $2.8 million coin? Makes you want to start digging, doesn't it? The next step is critical. If you suspect you found a rare penny, don't clean it. I repeat, do not clean it. Cleaning a rare coin can significantly reduce its value. Instead, handle it carefully and store it properly. There are collectors and auction houses willing to pay top dollar for pristine examples of these rare pennies. Now, let's get serious for a moment. If you don't take action, someone else will. Rare coins like the 1976 D penny are becoming harder to find as more people become aware of their value. The window of opportunity is closing. Don't let fear of the unknown hold you back. What's the worst that could happen? You spend a little time checking your coins and end up with nothing. But what's the best-case scenario? A life-changing discovery. Before we wrap up, let me leave you with this cliffhanger. What if I told you there are other coins, even more common than the 1976 D penny, that are worth a fortune? Coins you've probably seen today. We'll cover those in an upcoming video. For now, start looking through your change. Who knows? Your next step to a wealthy lifestyle might be closer than you think. 1978 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, worth not 1, not 10, but up to $2.6 million. Yes, you heard that right, millions for a penny that could be hiding in your change jar. But why? And how can you spot one? Stick with me, and I'll reveal everything you need to know to cash in on this incredible opportunity. Have you ever held a penny and thought, could this little coin change my life? Well, for one lucky collector, it did. The 1978 Lincoln penny with no mint mark has become a treasure in the world of numismatics, the study of coins. But what makes this coin so special? It's all about the absence of a mint mark. Typically, pennies minted in Philadelphia during this era were marked with a tiny P. However, due to a rare error, some 1978 pennies were released without the mark. These anomalies are what coin collectors dream of finding. The rarity, coupled with the pristine condition some of these coins are in, has driven their value into the millions. And here's where the excitement begins. This rare penny could be sitting in your collection right now. Now, let's interrupt the pattern for a second. Isn't it funny how we obsess over finding a lucky penny on the ground, but the real jackpot could be right under our noses, gathering dust in an old jar? Life has a strange sense of humor, doesn't it? But let's get serious for a moment. Why is someone willing to pay $2.6 million for a penny? It boils down to three factors: rarity, demand, and condition. The rarer a coin, the higher the demand among collectors. And when you add in a coin that's in exceptional condition, the price skyrockets. The 1978 no mint mark penny ticks all these boxes. Its scarcity is off the charts. Experts believe only a handful exist in the world. Combine that with a surge in interest from collectors willing to pay top dollar, and you've got a coin worth more than some luxury homes. But here's the kicker: not all 1978 pennies without a mint mark will fetch millions. To command that kind of value, the coin must be in flawless condition, graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC. If you've got one that's worn, scratched, or damaged, its value will drop significantly. Still, even those can sell for hundreds or thousands of dollars. Before we move on, let me ask you this: when's the last time you took a close look at your coins? Could you be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it? Now for the moment you've been waiting for. How can you identify this golden, or rather, copper, opportunity? Start by gathering all your 1978 pennies. You'll need a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to inspect them closely. Look for the absence of a mint mark. If there's no P under the date, you might be in luck, but don't stop there. Take your potential treasure to a coin expert for authentication. You want to ensure it's genuine and get it graded. This step is crucial because it determines the coin's market value. The higher the grade, the more money you could pocket. Finally, when it's time to sell, explore auction houses or reputable coin dealers. Don't settle for less than the coin's worth. Remember, patience pays off. Imagine walking away with a check for hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars. What would you do with that kind of money? Buy a new home? Travel the world? Secure your family's future? As we wrap up, let me leave you with this: what if the next coin you pick up is worth more than you ever imagined? Don't let this opportunity slip through your fingers. Check your coins, do your research, and take action. The clock is ticking, and who knows? You could be holding the key to your dreams in the palm of your hand. Now, imagine that penny being worth not just a few cents, not even a few $100s, but a jaw-dropping $2.3 million. Yes, that's right, $2.3 million. And it's not just a fantasy, it's a reality for a rare 1985 D mint mark Lincoln penny. Could you be holding one of these treasures without even knowing it? Stay with me because today, we're diving deep into how an ordinary-looking coin can change your life forever. But before you shrug this off as just another coin story, ask yourself, what if your retirement isn't locked away in a 401k but hidden in an old jar of pennies? Let's uncover the truth. The 1985 D Lincoln penny might look like any other copper coin, but it's far from ordinary. Here's why. First, it's important to understand the world of rare coin values. These aren't determined by chance, they're the result of errors, mint marks, and sheer rarity. The D on the 1985 penny signifies it was minted in Denver. Why is this penny so valuable? Well, there's a fascinating story here. In rare cases, a flaw in the minting process created a perfect storm. This could include double die errors, off-center strikes, or even composition anomalies. These errors make the coin a coveted gem among collectors. And when demand meets rarity, that's where the big money comes in. And don't go running to your piggy bank just yet. Not every 1985 D penny is worth millions, unless, of course, you're hoping to buy a few cups of coffee. But here's the thing, finding that one golden ticket coin isn't impossible. People have stumbled upon treasures in the most unexpected places. Just last year, a rare Lincoln penny sold at auction for over $2.3 million. The winning bidder? A passionate collector who couldn't resist its allure. And you're probably wondering, how do you know if your penny is the jackpot? Don't worry, I'm about to break down exactly what to look for. But first, let's talk about why acting now is crucial. Here's the urgent truth. Rare coins like the 1985 D Lincoln penny aren't just about intrinsic value, they're about timing. With collectors constantly searching and prices fluctuating, the window to sell could close faster than you think. So, how do you know if you're holding a fortune? Grab a magnifying glass and look for these key signs, and most importantly, make sure to get it appraised by a professional numismatist. Because trust me, your local barista might not know the difference between a $2.3 million penny and pocket change. And here's the most exciting part, you don't need a massive coin collection to strike it big. Even one rare penny could change everything. So, what are you waiting for? Could your next step lead to the lifestyle you've always dreamed of? It's time to take action. Check your coins, do your research, and who knows? Your road to wealth might just start with a single, overlooked penny. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe for more tips on turning forgotten treasures into life-changing fortunes. And as always, happy hunting. A single coin that could change your life forever. What if I told you that a 2008 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny could be worth up to $2 million? That's right. The little copper coin in your pocket or coin jar might just be the key to your dreams of wealth and freedom. We're diving deep into the incredible story of this penny, uncovering why it's worth so much, and how you can find one. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and how to turn that old penny into a fortune. Let's start with a quick backstory. The 2008 D Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, one of the most iconic mints in the U.S. But not all 2008 pennies are created equal. Some have hidden secrets, rare features that make them astronomically valuable to collectors. Imagine stumbling upon one of these rare finds. It's like winning the lottery, except you didn't even know you had a ticket. But wait, why does a penny, something most of us wouldn't even bend down to pick up, hold such incredible value? The answer lies in its rarity and unique minting errors. We'll get to those in just a moment. But first, let me ask you this, when was the last time you checked the coins in your change? If you're like most people, the answer is never. And that's exactly why so many valuable pennies go unnoticed. Here's where the story gets even more exciting. The 2008 D penny's value skyrockets because of specific errors, like double die strikes or misaligned dies, and even unique imperfections in the metal. Think of these flaws like a rare diamond's imperfections. They make the coin one of a kind, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for them. One of the most famous sales of this coin was to a private collector for nearly $2 million. Just imagine, someone's everyday penny turned into life-changing wealth. What would you do with $2 million? Pay off your debts. Travel the world. Buy your dream home. Now, here's the kicker. Most people don't even know what to look for, and these valuable pennies end up sitting in jars or getting spent on a cup of coffee. So how do you avoid missing out? First, grab a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. Look closely at the D mint mark under the date. Is it clear and crisp, or does it look doubled or slightly misaligned? Check the coin's surface for any unusual lines or textures. And don't forget to inspect the edges. If you're feeling overwhelmed, don't worry. I've got a checklist for you in the description to make this process easy. By the way, did you know that most people's collections start with a simple curiosity? Maybe a grandparent's coin jar or a handful of loose change. Funny how something so small can hold so much potential, isn't it? If you've ever thought, nah, I'm not lucky enough to find something like this, think again. Rare coins don't care who finds them, you just have to know what you're looking for. Alright, let's talk numbers. In the current market, even less pristine versions of the 2008 D Lincoln penny can fetch hundreds or thousands of dollars. That's right. Even if your coin isn't worth millions, it could still bring in a hefty payday. But time is of the essence. The coin market is competitive, and collectors are always on the hunt. Don't let someone else cash in on your fortune. Before we move on, let's pause for a quick laugh. You know, the last time I checked my couch cushions for change, I found a quarter and a half-eaten potato chip. Not exactly life-changing, but hey, you never know where treasures might be hiding. Now, here's the big question: how do you sell a rare coin like this? The answer is simpler than you think. Reach out to professional numismatists or auction houses specializing in rare coins. And don't forget to get your coin authenticated. That's crucial. A certified rare penny will always fetch a higher price than one without verification, but before you go rushing to sell, here's something to consider. What if your coin's value increases even more in the coming years? Collectors speculate that as more people become aware of these rare finds, prices could climb even higher. So, do you sell now or hold out for an even bigger payday? That's a decision only you can make. Let me leave you with this thought. Right now, someone, somewhere, is sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. It could be you. That old penny tucked away in a drawer might just be the golden ticket to a brand new life. So, what are you waiting for? Go check your coins, because the clock is ticking, and your millionaire moment might be closer than you think. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights into rare coins that could change your life. Until next time, happy hunting and may your pockets be filled with treasures.